Hello everyone, welcome to this session on Gany's method, and this is a particular problem which we are supposed to solve by Gany's method, which is a continuous beam and which needs to be solved by Gany's method. This is a continuous beam which has 5 points, it is A, B, C, D and E. Amongst these 5 points, A is an end support because beyond A you don't have any support. So A will be classified as an end support. Likewise, E will be classified as no support. No support because it doesn't have neither of the type of support, which is neither fixed, neither hinge and neither roller. So E will be a type of condition wherein it doesn't have any support. So eventually D will be classified as an end support. And if D is been classified as an end support and the type of end support is a roller support, and the type of end support is a roller support, whereas the type of end support here is a fixed support. So eventually B and C will be classified as an intermediate supports. And at the start of the analysis, all intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid. That means they are assumed to be fixed support. So steps involved for Gany's method is to first find out what is fixed end moment. Next is the rotation factor. Next step is to find out what is called as iteration cycle. From iteration cycle, you will be getting the value what is called as m dash. Then the last step is nothing but the final moment, where we will be calculating the value of final moment, it is m. So this particular calculation shall be started with respect to the fixed end moment. So when we are starting the calculation with respect to the fixed end moment, when we are calculating the fixed end moment, so as stated, all supports are assumed to be fixed. So we will make A and B separate, which carries a point load being placed, A and B separate, and it carries a point load of magnitude 60 kilonewton placed at a distance of 2 meter from support A. Total span is 3 meter, so which indicates from support B it is placed at a distance of 1 meter. Next, same span B and C, which carries a UDL of magnitude 20 kilonewton per meter. The span of the beam is 6 meter. Then the last span, which is C to D, which carries a point load of magnitude 40 kilonewton, placed at a distance of 1.5 meter. Total span is 3 meter, which means 40 kilonewton is been placed at the center of the beam C and D. Then the last span, which will be nothing but D to E. Now D to E, which carries a overhang beam. Now D to E will be classified as a determinate beam because it will be a cantilever beam carrying a point load of magnitude 20 kilonewton. So which eventually will result in the fixed end moment itself will be the final moment. The fixed end moment itself will be the final moment. So fixed end moment itself will be the final moment, which is a moment m. So to start with the calculation here, as 60 kilonewton force is downward, so AB will try to rotate the beam in clockwise direction. So A will offer a resistance force in the anti-clockwise direction. Likewise, B will offer a resistance force in the clockwise direction. Similarly here, B will offer anti-clockwise direction rotation and C will offer clockwise direction rotation. C will offer anti-clockwise and D will offer a resistance in the clockwise direction rotation. So these are nothing but the direction of rotation. All anti-clockwise are negative, all clockwise will be positive. So to start with the calculation for MFAB, MFAB is nothing but fixed end moment from A to B. As it is in anti-clockwise direction, minus formula will be WA B square divided by L square, which will be minus of 60 into 2 into 1 square divided by 3 square. So 60 into 2 divided by 9, so which comes as minus 13.33. So this value is minus 13.33 kilonewton meter. Next is MFBA. When we are calculating MFBA, at B it is in clockwise direction. So it is MFBA will be plus W A square B divided by L square, which will be plus of 60 into 2 square into 1 divided by 3 square, which will be 60 into 2 square. 60 into 2 square will be 4 divided by 9. And that value comes as 26.67. So plus of 26.67 kilonewton meter. So this is what is the calculation for A to B, B to A. Next, moving ahead for B to C. So MFBC will be minus WL square divided by 12, which is minus of 20 into 6 square divided by 12. 6 square is 36. 36 divided by 12 will be 3. 3 into 20 shall come as minus 60 kilonewton meter, which is what is the value of MFBC. Likewise, MFCB value will be plus of WL square divided by 12. So plus of 20 into 6 square divided by 12, and which value will come as plus of 60 kilonewton meter. MFCD now when you check down MFCD will be minus WL by 8, which will be minus of 40 into 3 divided by 8. 40 by 8 will be 5. 8 5 is 40. So 40 by 8 will be 5. So 5 into 3 will be minus of 15 kilonewton meter. Likewise, MFDC will be, as it is placed at the center, formulas will be same. Plus of WL by 8. So which will be plus of 15 kilonewton meter. Last span, MFCDE, which is MED. MED, this is a cantilever beam carrying a point load at the free end of the beam. And so when that particular beam rotates in clockwise direction, support resistance force at D will be in the anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise will be minus. As it is in anti-clockwise direction, minus. And definition of moment is force into perpendicular distance, which is 20 into 2. And 20 into 2 will be minus of 40 kilonewton meter. So these are nothing but the first step, which is calculation of fixed end moment. Next step is to calculate what is rotation factor. Now rotation factor needs to be calculated for intermediate supports. Now intermediate supports are two here, which are B and C. So intermediate support or rotation factor will be calculated at B and at C. To start with the calculation here, second step, rotation factor. So since we have two intermediate supports and two intermediate supports are B and C, so make a table here, serial number, joint, member, relative stiffness K, total stiffness summation K, and rotation factor will be minus of half K divided by summation K. Now to start with the calculation here, note down what are serial number. First one, joint B. Member connected to joint B will be, left hand side will be BA, right hand side will be BC. So member connected are BA, BC. Similarly, second joint C, member connected will be CB, CD. So when I calculate KBA, so KBA means it is a type of support at A. Type of support at A is an end support which is fixed. So formula would be 4 EI divided by L, which is 4 into EI value is 1 EI divided by 3. So which is 4 into 1 EI divided by 3. So total value will come as 1.33 EI. So substitute the value as 1.33 EI. Then KBC. C is an intermediate support which is assumed to be rigid. So formula would be again 4 EI divided by L. So 4 into EI value is 2. So 4 into 2 EI divided by 62123. So which comes as 1.33 EI. So write the value here as 1.33 EI. Total value would be 2.66 and individual will be minus 1.33 divided by 2.66 will be 0.5. Further divided by half will be result as minus of 0.25 and minus of 0.25. Next, moving ahead for CB. So KCB. When I mention B is an intermediate support here, and all intermediate supports are assumed to be rigid. So formula we will be rewriting it as 4 EI by L, which is 4 into 2 EI divided by 6, which results in the value as 1.33 EI. So this value shall come as 1.33 EI. Then KCD. Now D here is an end support. D here is an end support, and type of end support is a roller support, and formula would be 3 EI divided by L, and EI value is 1, L value is 3. So 3 EI divided by 3, which comes as 1 EI, So write the value here as 1 EI. Total will be 2.33 EI. So if we solve this here, so this will be minus of half 1.33 divided by 2.33. Similarly, minus of half 1 divided by 2.33. So if we check this part, 1.33 divided by 2.33 divided by 2, which comes as 0.29, 0.286 to 0.285. Next, similarly, 1 divided by 2.33 divided by 2, which comes as 0.215, 0.21459. So what I'll write as minus 0.215. So which results as 0.215 plus 0.285. Net value should come as 0.5. So 0.285 and 0.215 will be the rotation factor at joint C. Now we have calculated rotation factor at B and C. Likewise, the iteration cycle will be calculated at B and C only. Iteration cycle. So put a box at B and C. So when I put a box at B and C, this will be the location at box at B. Similarly, location of box at C now. This is C, B, A. Then D, last point is Z now. So this is the table that we are going to reframe here. Now at A, there is no correction because it is fixed. At A, there is no correction, so it is fixed. So whatever is the fixed end moment value, straight away write it as minus 13.33. Next is 26.67. BC value is minus 60. So this value is minus 60. CB is plus 60. CD value that is calculated is minus 15 and this is plus 15. Next, moving ahead at DE as it is a cantilever beam value is minus 40. So this is minus 40. Now what becomes here important part here is this particular beam at this edge, it rotates in anti-clockwise direction due to 40 kilonewton meter, whereas this rotates in clockwise direction is 15. But since 40 is greater than 15, the tendency of rotation of the beam in anti-clockwise will be more. But what is important here is, as D is roller support, we need to ensure that moment at D has to be 0. But unfortunately, due to the excess moment in the portion of DE, it is not 0. 15 minus 40 shall result in 25. 15 minus 40 will result in minus 25 as an excess moment. To make it nullified, to make it 0, I will be adding it as 25. If I add 25, this will be plus 40 and minus 40. Plus 40 minus 40, net moment at D will be 0. If it is 25 here, half moment will be transferred here as 12.5. 25 half will be 12.5. So net moment what is available at C will be 12.5 minus 15 will be 2.5. So this is minus 2.5 which will be available. Now we shall consider this as minus 2.5 plus 60, minus 2.5 plus 60. that particular value 57.5 shall be written here inside this cell. 57.5 will be written inside this cell. Likewise, 26.67 minus 60, 26.67 minus 60, that particular value will be written here as minus 33.33. Next, rotation factor shall be written outside here as minus 0.25 and here also as minus 0.25, and this value as minus 0.285 and minus 0.215. So to start with this calculation here, 33.33 into 0.25, which comes as 8.33 here. Similarly, 8.33 here. So when we are considering the cycle at C, we need to consider 8.33, that is the new value that will be available at B. So 8.33 plus 57.5. So 65.83. 65.83 into minus of 0.285. Minus of 0.285. That value will come as 18.76. So that is minus of 18.76. Similarly, 57.5 again plus 8.33 multiply by 0.215, which value will come as 14.15. So minus 14.15. Now there is a shift in this particular value. This 18.76 will be siphoned to this particular value, which is minus 33.33 minus 18.76. This is the net value. 50 is 52.08. Multiply by 0.25. That is multiply by minus 0.25, and its value is 13.02. So 13.02, 13.02. So 13.02 plus 57.5, 70.52, multiply by 0.285, and which value will come as 20 minus 20. Similarly, 57.5 plus 13.02, which is the new value. This new value will be taken here, which 70.52 multiply by 0.215, 15.16, 15.16 minus. Then restart with the calculation here. Restart with the calculation by considering 20. When you consider 20, so net value will come as 33.33 plus 20, which comes as 53.33. 53.33 multiplied by 0.25, which comes as 13.33. So consider here as 13.33, 13.33. Then again coming back here, 13.33 plus 57.5 multiplied by 0.285. That value will come as 20.19. So minus 20.19. Similarly, 57.5 plus 13.33 into 0.215. 15.23 minus. So 15.23 minus. Continue with the calculation till we get the proceeding values at the same part. So that is 33.33 plus 20.19 multiplied by 0.25. That is 13.38. 13.38. We are closing down now. So 13.38 plus 57.5 multiplied by 0.285. That value will come as minus of 20.2, and this value will be 13.38 plus 57.5 multiplied by 0.215, which comes as 15.24 minus 15.24, 239. I shall make it as 15.24. To continue, 33.33 plus 20.2 multiply by 0.25, and which value is again come as 13.38. This is also 13.38. If you take back this particular value, again you get as minus 20.2 minus 15.24. This value will be called as m dash BA, this particular value will be called as m dash BA. This value will be called as m dash BC, m dash CB, m dash CD. Whereas m dash AB value will be 0 because you don't have any cycles here. M dash DE value will also be 0. Now with the help of these particular values, you are going to calculate the final moment. To calculate the final moments here, MAB will be equals to MFAB plus 2 times M dash AB plus M dash BA. MFAB value is what we have is minus 13.33. So write the value as minus 13.33. M dash AB value is 0 because you don't have any cycles over there. M dash BA value is 13.38. So plus of 13.38. This will result in the final moment value as approximately minus 13.33 plus 13.38, which results as 0.05. So this value is 0.05 kilonewton meter. Next is MBA. MBA value will be MFBA plus 2 times M dash BA, M dash AB. So MFBA value is 26.67 plus M dash BA value is 13.38 plus 13.38. M dash AB value is 0 because it doesn't have any cycles here. So net value will be 26.67 plus of 2 into 13.38. Net value will be 53.43 plus of 53.43 kilonewton meter. Now, since net moment at B has to be 0, so we need to ensure that MBC value should be 53.43 minus 53.43. We'll verify this by considering the equation as MFBC plus 2 times M dash BC plus M dash CB. So MFBC value is minus 16. M dash BC value is 13.38 plus 2 into 13.38. M dash CB value is minus 20.2. M dash CB value is minus 20.2. So next value will be minus 60 plus of 2 into 13.38 minus 20.2, which comes as minus 53.44. That is approximately minus 53.4 here and minus 53.4. So net value shall come as 0. Next we need to ensure moment at C also has to be 0 because it's a roller support. C is also a roller support. We need to ensure that MCB plus MCD should come out as 0. So which will be MFCB plus 2 times M dash CB plus M dash BC. So MFCB will be plus 60 plus 2 times M dash CB is minus 20.2. M dash BC is 13.38. So net value will be 60 plus 2 into minus 60 plus 2 into minus 20.2 plus 13.38. So which values will come as 32.98. So 32.98. So which is MCB. So MCD should come as minus 32.98. That we need to verify now. That is MFCD plus 2 times M dash CD plus M dash DC. MFCD value will be we cannot take it as minus 15 because we have modified to minus 2.5. So we need to take it as minus 2.5. M dash CD value is minus 15.24. So minus 15.24. M dash DC value is 0 because it doesn't have any cycle. So plus of 0. So this will result as minus 2.5 plus 15.24 into 2, which is minus 30.48. So 2.5 plus 30.48, which comes as 32.98 minus 32.98. So if we add both, net moment at C shall come as 0. That is MCB plus MCD. MCB plus MCD shall come as 0. So MDC will be plus 40. MDE is minus 40. As per the equation, as per the calculation that we have done. MDC is plus 40. MDE is minus 40. MED will be 0 because it is free end of beam. Because it is free end of beam. Same thing we are going to write it in the form of bending moment diagram. So MAB is in the clockwise direction, no? So which is clockwise direction 0.05. BA is 53.4, 53.4. CB and CD will be 32.98, 32.98, 32.98 and 32. This is A, B, C. Then D will be 40 and 40. E will be 0. Now MAB will be sagging, so positive. BA will be hogging, so negative. So it will join downward, or else it is upward, it will come below. This will be hogging, so negative, or else it is upward, so downward, 32.98. And this is 40, which will come below here. And moment at E is 0. So this is free bending moment diagram. All downward are negative, all upward will be positive. Over this, we have a loading. That particular loading here, it will be point load. And since we have a point load here, and point load will try to move the beam downward, so that is sagging downward, so positive. Likewise, next span is UDL. Again it will sag, so it will come in the upward direction, positive. Then you have a point load here, again it will have a upward direction moment, positive. Then the last span is nothing but the free moment. The value of moment here is WAB by L. This is WL square by 8 and this will be WL by 4. If you check out the value for this will be 60 into 2 into 1 divided by 3, which shall come as 40. Next value is WL square by 8, which will be 20 into 36 divided by 8. That value will come as 90 here. Then last value is WL by 4, 40 into 3 divided by 4, which comes as 30. So this is what is the value of the bending moment diagram that we have for A to B, B to C, D and E. This is what is the bending moment diagram value that is studied with respect to a continuous beam having a overhang. Thank you. Have a nice day.